Hello everyone. Last time we have studied the types of unit cell and some crystal systems. So today we'll be learning cubic system in detail. Now there are three kinds of cubic system. So the first one is simple cubic unit cell. The second one is body centered unit cell, and the third one is face centered unit cell. Now we have also discussed what do you mean by simple, what is meant by simple, what is meant by body centered, and what is meant by face centered. Now it is also called as simple cubic is also called as simple cubic unit cell SC. This one is BCC referred as, and FCC is referred as FCC crystal system. Okay, now to understand, once again we'll just see just a revision of that thing. If this is my cube, if the constituent particles are only at the corners, then they are referred to as simple cubic unit cell. Now when we are talking about body centered unit cell, and yeah, for cubic system its edge length will be same. That means all the length of its side will be equal, or we can say it is A. Now talking about body centered unit cell, since it is cubic, the edge length will be same. That means all the sides of this structure will be same. Now they will be having the constituent particles at each corner. In addition to it, there will be one particle in between the structure, that is referred as body centered unit cell. The last one is said to be face centered unit cell. Now what do you mean by face centered unit cell? Similarly, they will be having one constituent particle at each corner. In addition to that thing, they will be having one electron in each of the faces. That means this is said to be one face. So one here up, one down, one in the left, one in the right, one in the front, and one at the back. So they will be having this many number of constituent particles. Okay, hopefully this thing is done. Now next we have to understand how many number of particles are there in unit cell. Okay, in each of the unit cells. So that we'll be learning. Okay, so we have to learn these three things. Number of particles in cubic unit cell. Now you know, when we are talking about cubic means the edge length, everything is same. Edge length is same there, and the angle is also same. Okay, angle is said to be 90 degree there. Okay, now the first one, simple cubic unit cell. You know that here in this structure the constant particles are there in each corner. What do you mean by this thing? That means this one constant particles is been shared by how many? This thing 8 crystals, like 1 2 3 4 over here, and top of that thing again 1 2 3 4. Okay, so once again 1 here, 1 2 1 2 3 4 down, and again at the top there will be 4 more. Then only this structure will be covered fully. Hopefully you understood. So that means one electron in each of the corner will be shared by 8 other cubic unit cell. That means we can say that the number of particles in cubic unit cell will be what? There are 8 unit cells. Okay, in which one constant particle is being shared, multiplied by in each part there is only 1/8. Okay, that means 8 corners into 1/8 portion is there in each corner. So therefore the number of particles in cubic unit cell will be 1. Hopefully this is cleared. Again, the corners are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 8 corner, 1/8 part will be there. Okay. So like that, how many 1/8 part is there? 8 1/8 part is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, 8 multiplied by 1/8 is nothing but equal to 1. Now, once you understood this thing, the other thing is very simple. For body-centered cubic unit cell, same, there will be 1/8 part in each of the corner. 1/8 part is there in each of the corner. 1/8, 1/8 in each of the corners. Apart from that thing, there is one full constant particle inside the cubic structure. So therefore, it will be nothing but said to be what? There are 8 corners multiplied by 1/8, that is equal to 1, plus 1 whole part is there. So it is nothing but total, this is nothing but 2. So body centered cubic unit cell, the total will be nothing but 2. Number of particles will be 2 here. Now in face centered cubic unit cell, similar way, 1/8 in 8 corners. Apart from that thing, in each of the faces, one constant particle is there. Now this one particle, if I have kept one constant particle in one of the faces, this constant particle is being shared by one more unit cell, which will be on top of this thing. If over here, besides this thing, one more unit cell will be there, this constant particle will be shared by that unit cell. So it will be nothing but what? 8 corners. This is for sure in all these things. Now in addition to this, there are how many faces? 6 faces are there. In each of the faces, now this is shared by 2. So in each of the faces it will be 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. Everywhere there will be 1/2. Like that, how many 1/2s are there? There are 6. So it will be 1/2. So this is nothing but equal to 3. So the total comes to be 4 over here. So the number of particles in FCC is nothing but equal to 4. Hopefully this thing is cleared. Now the next important topic we will be seeing is relationship between molar mass density of the substance and unit cell edge length. Okay, this thing is very important. Once we derive that thing, you have to learn the formula nicely, because we will be doing problem based on that. Okay, now to understand the relationship between molar mass density of the substance and unit cell edge length. Okay, now you know what do you mean, what is molar mass? Molar mass is denoted by capital M. Density is nothing but rho, and edge length is represented by small a. So just we'll start. Okay, so the first point to understand about the edge length, let that be is nothing but a. Okay, therefore the volume of unit cell will be equal to a cube. Volume of a cube is nothing but length into length into length. The length of each one is referred as a. That's the reason we wrote it as a cube. Now next we should understand what is a mass. So if we say that mass of one particle is given as m, the mass of one particle is given as m, and there are n number of particles, and there are n number of particles, then we can say that mass of unit cell is equal to m into n. Okay. Now the next one, talking about the density. So next we are talking about density. Density is given by nothing but mass of unit cell upon volume of unit cell. So it will be same. So density of unit cell is nothing but equal to mass of unit cell upon volume of unit cell. So the mass of unit cell is given in second. So it is nothing but equal to m into n upon edge length is given as what? A cube. So we got the expression till here. So that means we got what? Our density we got. Density is nothing but given as rho. We got density. We got the expression of edge length. Now we have to add this molar mass. But there is a relation between mass of unit cell and molar mass. So we can say that if I say molar mass is given by capital M, then I can say that molar mass M is equal to m into Avogadro's number, which we have learned in earlier classes. Molar mass is nothing but what? Nothing but mass into Avogadro's number. So from this thing I can derive the expression of m. So what is m equal to? M is equal to capital M upon Na, that is nothing but molar mass. Now I'll do one thing, I'll just combine these two equations. That means I'll substitute the value of m in the above equation. So what I'll get? Density, which was equal to m into n upon a cube, now will be equal to, instead of this thing I can write m upon Na, rest all remains same. So this is nothing but my expression. So density is equal to m into n upon a cube into Na. So you have to remember this expression, which is very important. Okay. So in some of the books it will be also this n will be also referred as z. Okay, that is nothing but the number of particles in each case. Now for example, if I am talking about simple cubic cell, here the number of particles will be 1, as we have derived over here. Okay, if it is given as if it is a BCC structure, then the number of particles will be nothing but 2, and if it is a FCC structure, then the number of particles will be nothing but 4 over here. Okay, so hopefully till here it is cleared. Now the next thing, we will see one sum based on this thing. Now this is a sum. When gold crystallizes, it forms FCC cell. It forms FCC cell. So what is important? It forms FCC cell. The unit cell edge length is 408 pm. Edge length is given as 408 pm. Calculate the what is asked? Density is asked. Density of gold. Molar mass is given as 197 gram mole inverse. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just first write down given. So given FCC cell. Therefore I can say n is nothing but equal to the number of particles. The number of particles in FCC crystal is equal to what? It is nothing but equal to 4. Now next, the unit length edge length. The edge length is given by a, small a, then it is nothing but equal to 408 pm. Now here it is pm, and we have to convert it into CGS system. How we can understand that we have to convert it into CGS system? Because the molar mass is given in terms of what? Gram per mole. So it is better that we directly convert it into the CGS system. So it is nothing but 408 into 10 raised to minus 12 meter or we can also call it as 408 into 10 raised to minus 10 centimeter. Okay, so we want this centimeter conversion. Okay, now next, what is as density as? Before that thing, we'll write what is given over here. Molar mass of a solid is given. Now molar mass is represented by capital M. Now M is equal to 197 gram per mole, or gram mole inverse we can say. Okay, now what is to find? We have to find the density. Density is nothing but denoted by rho, and it is nothing but question mark. Now what is the solution? We have to first write down the formula of density. Okay, so density is equal to, what is the formula? N into M upon A cube into NA. Okay, now if out of 5 things, if 4 thing is given, we can easily find out density over here. Okay, now we know that what is Avogadro's number. Even if it is not given, we know what is Avogadro's number. What is Avogadro's number? That is nothing but 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. As a result, rest everything is given in this side. Okay, so density can be easily calculated. Okay, so we'll just substitute. The calculation will be done by you, and do check the answer in your textbook. Okay, I'm not going to give you, or you won't try it out. Okay, so N is nothing but equal to 4 into molar mass is 197 upon A cube. A cube is nothing but 408 into 10 raised to minus 10. I have written only the value of A raised to this 3 into Avogadro's number 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. You can solve and find out the answer for this thing. Okay, so hopefully you will do it. Fine. So next thing we'll be learning is, we'll do sums based on this thing once the college is started. Okay, now the next thing we'll be seeing is packing of particles in crystal lattice. We'll be seeing is packing of particles in crystal lattice. Now till now we have seen unit cell. Unit cell means a single basic unit thing, basic repeating unit of a crystalline solid. The chapter's name was solid state. Okay, so we have to actually understand each one thing in bulk. Okay, so if one constant particle, I cannot say that I can only refer everything as what a simple unit cell. I have to understand how we are saying it as crystalline solid, how it came to be like simple cubic structure, like, so that we have to understand. Okay, how is the packing possible? You know that in solids the packing is what hardly spaces are left in the crystal. Okay, but we can say that in some cases the crystal is soft, in some cases the crystal is hard. So what is the reason behind that thing, we will be learning here. Okay, so packing of particles in crystal lattice. Now to describe the packing of particles, we have to consider each of the constituent particle. We have to consider each constituent particle as hard sphere. Each of the constant particle as what? Hard sphere. Okay, that is one criteria what we have to understand. Next is, the larger the coordination number, the efficiency of packing will be more. That means the spheres will be close to each other. If larger the coordination number, the sphere will be close to each other. What is coordination number? The number of particles that is surrounded to one constant particle is nothing but called as coordination number. We learn what is coordination number by calculating it. Okay, so first, to understand about a crystal lattice, that means I have to get a cubic crystal or any of the shape. Okay, now first, if one constant particle is there, that can be atom, ion, molecules, whatever. Okay, so if this is my one particle, if I am I have arranged that thing in one row, then it leads to one dimension. One dimension means what? Either it will be x axis or y axis, or it will be z axis. Any one axis is there, that is said to be one dimensional. If it is two dimensional, what do you mean by that thing? Any two axes will be there, that means any two directions will be followed. Okay, so understand that. So one dimension, only one way, either it will be this way or either it will be straight way. If we write both are one and the same, that's the reason I am writing it this way. Okay, so that means one row is only one row is it. Either it can be vertical or it can be horizontal. So to understand, we have done this thing. Okay, now we have to understand what is the coordination number over here. Now if I say, I can select any of the constant particle. Okay, now if I say this thing, how many number of constant particles attached to this thing? This one and this two. So therefore the coordination number over here will be nothing but 2. Hopefully this thing is understood. We are talking about packing of crystals, packing of particles in crystals. Okay, now next, close packing in 2 dimensions. Okay, close packing in 2 dimensions. Okay, that means many of the, like for example, if I am having many of the mangoes, so I am keeping it properly. So how will be the packing done in such a way that maximum of mangoes can be taken in that box? Okay, so think that way and understand the logic behind this thing. Okay, so close packing in 2 dimensions, either it can be square close packing or it can be hexagonal close packing. Now to understand this thing, we have to take the one dimensional row in as a base to it. Okay, so see, if I have taken one row over here, so this is nothing but one dimension only, one dimension thing. So this one dimension is kept one above the other. Okay, so in one order it is kept. So there is now here one x-axis as well as y, that means horizontally and vertically they are aligned to each other. It should be horizontally and vertically aligned to each other. It should be kept in such a manner that the first spear exactly comes above the second spear. Then only we will get square close packing. Now why it is called as square close packing? Now if we find the coordination number over here, we can select any one. So if I select this thing, okay, how many constant particle is attached to this thing? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore the coordination number over here is nothing but 4. The coordination number over here is nothing but equal to 4. Now if I just join the dots, I'll get, if I'll just join the dots, I'll get a square. I'll get a square. That's the reason it is said to be square close packing. That's the reason it is said to be square close packing. Now it is also called as AAAA type of packing. It is also called as AAAA type of packing. Why it is called so? Now over here, if the first one is referred, the arrangement is referred to as A, the same row is kept one above the other, no changes, that's the reason everything is referred to be AAAA type. Okay, hopefully till here it is cleared. Okay, now we will see hexagonal close packed structure. Now to understand hexagonal close packed structure, I have to take many one dimensional rows, one dimensional structure. I have taken that thing. Now I have to arrange in such a way that, see, you can see there is a depression in the first row, there is one depression in each of the row. Now I'll keep the second row in such a manner that it will cover the depression of the first row. Okay, so I have to keep in mind and keep in such a way that it will cover the depression of the first row. So similar way I will be keeping the next one. Now here if I am keeping it, I can keep it one over here. Okay, so like that I have to fill the depression of the next layer. Similar way here also, here is a depression, I have to keep the spear in between that depression. Okay, so here I can, and one more I can draw over here if you want. Okay, now to understand this thing, the first and the third row is same. If you just see, it is one above the other, it is one above the other, therefore we can say that this is A and this is A. The second one is not exactly similar to that, that means it is kept in between two spears, therefore this, if I am saying it as B, the fourth one will be also said to be B, therefore it is nothing but of the type AB AB type of structure. This is nothing but of AB AB type of structure. Now if I take any one spear which is in between, if I'll see how many number of particles are there, closest particle, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore the coordination number over here is nothing but 6. And if I join these dots, I get a hexagon. Therefore it is referred to as hexagonal close packed structure. Okay, hopefully this thing is done till here. Now please understand, if we compare this two structure, which is nicely packed, the one which is having lesser space, this is having more space in between the spears, therefore more efficiency in packing is shown by hexagonal close packed structure. Okay, therefore we have mentioned, higher the number of coordination spear, the packing will be more efficient. Okay, that means the spears are very much close together. Okay, hopefully this thing is clear. So this is better packing than square close packed structure. Okay, so done till here. Now this thing is important, the number of particles you have to learn. Number of particles in cubic unit cell is 1, in body centered is 2, face centered is 4. Okay, and you have to remember these three things. You have to remember the formula, density is equal to n into m upon a cube into na. This thing is very very important. Mainly sums are asked based on this thing. And packing in crystals, you have to learn the coordination number and what is the structure, what is the diagram, you have to understand over here. Coordination number in one dimension packing is 2, coordination number in square close packing in 2 dimension is 4, hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension is 6. Okay, so hopefully this thing is clear. Okay then, bye.